Hey guys, and welcome back to another video and another match for Tribe Gaming. So today we have a nice 5v5 match once again, and for all of you guys who are new to this is gonna be a 5v5 match, and this is gonna be a 1 hour war, and there's a certain time schedule for everyone to have. You guys have to follow that basically. So at the 45-minute mark, the first one has to attack, then like the next one. So we always can watch every single attack. And this is what we're about to do. One more thing and one more reminder, and above me there's like a voting which you can take place, and there's gonna be a blocker for the time sometimes, or I did that in the past videos, but right now I'm not using that blocker. So regarding that time, since we're using replays, you sometimes can like get information about whether it's gonna be a time for or not. And I want to know from you guys if I should keep adding the blocker or if I should keep doing it like without the blocker. Let me guys know what you think about that one. And if you guys would like to support me or my channel, go in your settings, and type in the credit code iTzu. Whenever you're buying gems, offers, or the gold pass, for example, or spending any money in the game or any other Supercell game, you can just use my credit code if you want to support me. Thank you guys so much, and let's get started with the first attack. Like I said, this war is basically everyone is attacking after each other, and the first guy to attack is gonna be Nick on our side. So he's being like the drag bet master right now in the last couple of weeks for us, and he's trying to do it again. So let's get started and take a look at what exactly he's trying to take out early on and what the goal is for his attack. So since he's doing a drag bet attack, one of the most annoying things for him to deal with is splash damage, because most of the time the dragons are the main army, but at the same time the bats are super important as well, which means like both of those armies have to be combined basically. So right now he's trying to take out all 5 wizard towers overall, and if that's actually happening, then he has like a couple more freezes for the last 2 scattershot, and the deck should look kinda good. So let's see how exactly he's doing it. The town got activated. All of the dragons are getting into the town. Everything is looking super good right now. Now the slammer is coming in to take out the upper wizard tower, since there are only 2 remaining wizard towers. So he has to take out the bottom wizard tower. As soon as that's down, he's starting off with the bats. All of the inferno towers are set to single, which means it's super nice for him. Now the first freeze spell on the scatter shot, since they have a crazy range, so we have to freeze them nice and early. Now all of the bat wave is coming in. One more freeze for the last remaining scatter shot, and this base should be wrecked, right? Like the last scatter shot, is he taking out a couple more bats? He's taking out a big group of bats on the left side. Another big group of bats is dying due to a red bomb. But is this expo going down? Is this expo going down? It is going down, which is nice for him. So you can see there's a big group of dragons still left. There's the queen still left, even though she has no ability left anymore. But it should be alright. Like, she should take out the air defense, which is super nice for him. Another dragon should overpower the last couple of remaining defenses, and this should be the first triple for us, which is always a nice beginning into the war. So let's see what exactly Sniper Victory is gonna bring up to the table on their first attack, and let's see what type of war this is going to be. So first attack of Nick is gonna be a 3-star drag bet master. And let's take a look at the next attack, which is actually going to be on Nick as well. So on this one we have a queen charge hybrid attack, which is always nice to see. So let's take a look at what exactly he's trying to go for. He's going, well, to pop a Tesla on the right side. He's bringing 2 super wall breakers, which makes the wall break kind of easy for him. And he's going to the first single inferno tower for him, trying to get rid of the Tesla on the right side, freezing the inferno tower nice and early, taking that out before the king can actually make it to the queen. So far everything is looking really good for him. Let's see what is going to be the next step. I'm not 100% sure if he tried to wall break actually at this part of, or if he wanted to wall break where the single inferno tower was. Either way, now the queen has access to basically everything on that side and can walk the entire flank. I don't know why he already dropped the second rage. I feel like there's only 1 arch tower on him, or like on his queen. And now he's starting off at the top side with his king and the siege barracks. And the king is actually walking into the wrong direction, which isn't a good sign for him. And I feel like he used it way too early. Like, there's no reason to be that fast with like the attack. Like, you can give your queen time. I know, obviously, like you all know time fails, and especially I love my 99% time fails, but sometimes you just have to keep your queen like alive, obviously, and give her some possibilities to take out stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. The queen hasn't really any access into the back end. The scatter shot is like really nearly untouchable for the queen. Royal Champ ability, maybe she can take out more stuff over there, but only the expo is going down, and this means this is going to be a bad time for his queen, even though she still has her ability left. But I don't think that this is going to be a triple in the end. So this means first defense not only nicked the triple, but as well on the defense doing a really nice job with not too high of the percentage as well. So around 70% mark. Queen ability is getting used. The skeleton traps are being annoying as hell, and this means it's going to be finishing around the 93, 94%. So that's the first percentage for sniper victory. So let's take a look at the second attack, which is going to be Ifcheck. And this is actually the attack which I highlighted in the thumbnail as well, because whenever I see those anti-2-star bases, I always think of earthquakes. And Ifcheck and me came up together with the idea of this plan, since he said he wanted to do like a double layer wall breaker charge from the 12 o'clock side. And I said, like, just do one layer, let the eagle, like, let him alive. You don't care about that at the beginning. And then you have like this perfect earthquake location on the right side. And guys, whenever you see those anti-2-star bases, especially when you have those like double layer type of buildings, you can perfectly place those earthquakes on there. And just take a look at the earthquake Ifcheck just did. It's perfectly opening the entire base from the outside into the core. Perfect use of his king for funneling. And now like the Yetis have like a streak going through the base. Like there's nothing holding them back anymore, which is awesome. Now the siege perks getting added as well on the right side to make sure that everything is staying inside and the outside is getting like more juiced up, because the king is slowly but surely dying. So now the ward ability for the core, everything is looking really good for him so far. So a couple of more black mines are coming up, but most of the healers are still alive. And this earthquake opened up so much that this base is already like, it seemed already completely wrecked. But even though there are so many buildings on the outside of this base, so we still have to wait if this is actually finishing up as a 3-star. Now the king is trying to do his best to defend this base, trying to make sure that something is staying alive. The air defense is slowly but surely killing the healers, which means the Yetis at some point can die, because there are no healers anymore on them. Now the Hogwarts are slowly dying as well. The P.E.K.K.A died, and this means only the army of wizards are alive at the bottom side. But we have tons of Yetis alive, and he brought so many cleanup troops, so that's perfect. And this means this is going to be a first, like the second 3-star of this war, and the second 3-star for us. So far we're looking really good. So let's see if Sniper Victory can do like a comeback and get their first triple on the board. And guys, one more time, this earthquake was perfectly placed by Ifcheck. Nicely done over there, opening up everything. So take a look. As soon as you're facing anti-2-star bases, make sure that you're spotting for those nice and juicy earthquake locations or like possibilities. So let's take a look at the next attack, which is going to be from Pommel SV. Let's see what he's doing. He's starting off with this Royal Champ, starting off with this King. That's kind of unusual. Normally you're having the Royal Champ for the back end. King for the funnel is kind of normal. But let's see what is going to be happening next. Right now he has a Siege Ram selected. I guess he will switch that away. Starting off with his Yetis. Now with the King in behind. Wait, what? Is he actually using for one lava wall the Ram? Like, why? There could be like one set of wall breakers in behind of the extra storage, and what? There could be like a siege barrack somewhere. There could be like a slammer back and whatever. You have so many possibilities, but I don't really understand that, to be completely honest. But let's see. Maybe it's still maybe it's still working. Like, I don't want to judge this too early. The sweepers are being a little bit annoying with the healers. The 2 scatter shots are down, which means like most of the troops can finally breathe a little bit and do not take too much damage. and now he shares the bad spell coming in. So I guess this is why he did not brought the slammer for the backhand, because he had already a plan for the backhand. So this actually looks not too bad. There's only one wizard tower keep staying up, and this means as soon as the freezes on this wizard tower are fine, he should be totally wrecking this base. Queen is taking out the single throne tower, which is looking good. Now the wizard tower is no, wait, what? Actually, the wizard tower got a breakthrough of bats, and this means this is not looking that good anymore, and there are no cleanup troops. There's only one lonely minion trying to beat alone the entire world of this trash ring on the outside. So this means the Inferno Towers keep staying, and this means this is not going to be a 3-star. So actually, he proved me wrong on the ram point. I think with the ram, it could have still tripled, but this one freeze was a little bit too late, and this costs him the 3-star on this one. So the minion is trying his best. It's trying everything, is giving everything to clean up and give more percentage to this attack, but this will be on the... But this will be 81% in the end. So that's kind of unfortunate, but so far this means it's a 4-6 for us, even though it's 2 attacks on both sides. So we have a really good shot at going a long way on this one. So let's see what our next attack is going to be and who is going to be our next attacker. So let's get into the next one. And actually our next attacker is going to be me. And I will go with the Queen Charge Hawk Riders. You guys know me normally as a Queen Charge hybrid guy. But on this one, I have decided to go for Queen Charge Hawks. The reason behind that is there are so many freaking heroes around the Town Hall. So this means the Royal Champ, the King, the Queen, there's basically everything around the Town Hall. So this means we do want to get rid of those heroes and the Town Hall, and there are 2 scattershots over there as well, which actually is kind of normal. But what this guy did differently is that normally there are all of the expos as well, which means Queen charging around the Town Hall is super, super tough. But with having all of the expos on the other side, it's basically gifting 2 scattershots to the enemy team. So let's see if we can somehow abuse that, because there are so many storages that this Queen Charge will take for ages, and you guys know me. You guys know me, I'm the god of 99%, and I freaking hate it. But I mean, someone has to do it, right? So let's see if we can get the triple, or we'll be once again falling short and not getting the 3-star on this one. So Town Hall is getting down. We're using 1 Kokudun at the bottom side, because normally there's like a tornado trap, black mines, whatever. We find a black mine kind of early on. Then obviously we want to wall break in at the scatter shot. Because the scatter shot is shooting like in a completely different angle, we can without any problems use those wall breakers to make sure that we're opening that. No problem at all. Wall break is open. Rage early, because we want to have an aggressive rage, so my queen is stepping into the rage and making sure that she's actually going deeper into the base. And now we can get started with the king and the siege barrack. And actually, I planned my king going inside, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter too much, because it's either way. The king and the P.E.K.K.A. are only the only purpose of them is to tank for the Hawk Riders. So we have all of the Hawk Riders in. I'm taking ages to place my cleanup actually, and now the Hawk Riders are getting into the danger zone, into the core of this base. Cleanup wizards in behind. So far everything is looking really good. My queen took down the defending heroes, so this is looking good. Now there's one more Tesla on the left side, which I somehow dodged. So we have to get rid of that one, and well, using the warden ability, keeping my troops alive, making sure that those Hawk Riders are getting into the back end. One more freeze, and this means this is going to be a 3-star for us. We still have the Royal Champion ability. Or is it actually 3-star? Is this going to be a time fail? This is going to be super close on time, because once again, we placed our cleanup super late. So the queen walk did take a long time, so let's see if we can actually make it. Royal Champion ability is still thing, using her ability right now, and the bounces will finish up this base to get the 3-star in, and this means we are 3 out of 3 attacks with the 3-star. So far it's looking awesome for us, so let's see what the next attacker is going to do, and it's going to be Loki from the Sniper Victory on Elliott, and he's going with the Warden Walk Yeti Smash. So let's see what exactly he's doing on this one, and let's see what he's trying to do. I guess he's trying to get into the Town Hall as early as possible from the other side of the map, but at the same point it's kind of safe because he has like a jump spell, earthquake, so that troop, like his troops, should make it all the way to the Town Hall at least, and then the backend is kind of like praying a little bit So let's see. Warden walk, Warden funnel so far worked pretty good for him. As soon as the elixir storage is going down, he's dropping the siege barracks. Everything is looking good. Going for the cannons next, and my guess would be that he's starting off with the earthquake, then into the jump to make sure that he's not activating the town hall too early with the earthquakes. That's all okay. He's doing it the other way around, like. And now I guess exactly, except he's like the perfect god at placing earthquakes. But my guess would be that he's going to activate the town hall, which is not a good sign because this would mean that the clan castle will delay his troops. Meanwhile, the town hall will be activated with the earthquakes. So the timing will be, let's see, maybe he's somehow making it, and the royal champion died already as well. And like I said, the clan castle is keeping the troops like on one spot. Now the tornado trap is over there as well, which is dealing tons of damage as well. The heal spell actually is placed really well over there, but there's no more rages left in this armory because he had to invest the heal, he had to invest into an earthquake and a jump. I think 2 jumps could have been fine as well with like the first jump location. So not 100% sure if the earthquake was worth it, but now he's struggling to get into the back end. The queen is still alive, so there's her ability left. But once again, there's not too many cleanup troops on this attack, so this is gonna be kind of tough time for him. The eagle is on his queen, the expo is dealing tons of damage as well. Now the eagle shots are coming in, there's no poison left in this attack, which means it's gonna be a hell to get rid of those pups. He's using the queen ability nice and early because otherwise the eagle would have killed her, and now the queen is trying to get a couple more percentage because the triple, this won't be happening. So Wizard is trying to get a couple more percentage, but this means this is going to be another 2-star 4 sniper victory. And well, this means there are 4 attacks to go in this attack and this war. And this means already, if we do not get any 1-stars, this should be already the victory. So if you guys might think like, okay, I can quit the video now. If you guys would like to see if we go for the perfect war, or if you would like to see some more nice attacks, make sure to stick around for the end of the video. So let's see who's going to go up next for Tribe. And well, since Elliott got attacked right a couple of seconds ago, we will go with Elliott. Elliott is showing them how to go with the Yeti smash into this one. Starting off with the baby dragon and the loon on the right side, and the warden going for the deep charge, like for the scatter shot and the expo. The baby dragon is doing tons of work on the right side, like taking out the cannon, taking out the mortar if there's no black mine. So this is going to be a super nice thing for him. And so far the attack is looking great. So let's see what is happening next. Queen, or like the warden, I don't know why I called him the queen, but the warden is going slowly but surely into the danger zone, going into the deeper part of this base, which means like the scatter shot and the expos on him. So he has to rage them up. 1 test wall breaker, couple from wall breakers in. This is looking really good for him so far. Yetis in, and one small trick when you're doing Yeti smash, try to place like 1 or 2 Yetis at the same spot. Otherwise, sometimes it might happen that the ward is not switching over. Just like a small tip for you guys. So now he's placing the jump, but because this compartment is empty, the Yetis are completely ignoring the jump spell, which means they're going through the wall, they're going for the next wall. So the Yeti blimp actually has to get rid of the town hall to make sure that he's access to the back end. Now he's placing the jump spell to get through the back end of this base, but there's so much still alive. This is going to be a tough one. Has the royal champion still alive? Has a ice golem still alive to place in front of this royal champ if he wants to? Now the couple of Yetis at the top side from the blimp, loot of the clan castle actually, nice poison over there, and now he's trying to get through the back end. Like the eagle is still staying, which is kind of a bad sign for him. Now 1 wizard with the ice golem on the left side and trying to push through this, somehow getting the miracle, getting the recovery of the year, trying to somehow save this attack. And there's still a couple of things which he can do, since he has like 2 more abilities, 2 freezes to place. The boulder is getting melted, and now he's using the royal champ ability. Could freeze the single inferno tower to save the warden, but he's not doing it. Okay, trying to decide against that. Now freezing the archer tower and the enemy king. I think he should have frozen the single inferno tower to make sure that his warden is staying alive. Now the royal champion is dying against the enemy king. Queen is now on her own. I think with the warden together, she would have had a chance to actually get rid of the archer tower and the cannon, but alone, just alone, she cannot deal with both of them. She's only taking out the archer tower, and this means this is gonna be a time fail if the king is going down, but that's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. No perfect war for us, but Elliott is coming really close on this one. Like I said, a couple of small tweaks. I think he could have still tripled, but a really good try by him. Nicely done, and this means this is still a good percentage for us. And let's see what exactly Sniper Victory is coming up next, and the next base they're going to attack is going to be my base. That's nice. So let's see how the base is working. Bomb already nearly tripled that. Damn you, Bomb. But let's see how the next guy is trying to attack this. Ava is going to be the next attacker, and feels like he's trying to do the same charge as Bomb did. He's trying to charge in at the air defense, but the placement of his queen is really strange. Like, where exactly is he planning to? Like, now he's using the wall breakers, but what? Even if the wall break would have happened, the queen would have never ever go inside, because the enemy king is like the enemy cannon is luring her on the outside. Now he has to freeze again. Now there are even more wall breakers are coming in, trying to rage them, but the small bomb is completely denying that. Now the last wall breaker is actually making that with the rage together. There's no more freezes for him, which means he has to pop the queen ability nice and early. So let's see if he can somehow save this. But he's now going into 2 expos and the enemy sweeper. So trying to get a little bit more DPS away of his queen. The sweeper is doing a great job of actually pushing the healers back. The rage was way too late, which means that the queen is dying now, or is dead already. So he has to somehow get the town hall, and this is not looking too good because, well, the clan castle is still alive, and he's dropping the minus way too early, which means the warden is not catching up. The heal spell is super late as well, so this means a lot of troops already died. The warden ability is trying to save the day. No more rages, poison on the enemy clan castle. The 3 ice golems are doing hella work now, so the royal champ is coming in. This should be an kinda easy 2-star or not. Let's see what is happening. The royal champ still has their ability left, but the ice golems are coming in. The ice golems are doing the job. Oh my god. The royal champ is frozen and now throwing their shield. God damn it, this was so close for us actually having the 1-star on us. But, well, this is the 2-star, around 64% I guess, since he has like 2 more super goblins still alive, right, still to place. But this was nearly the 1-star on my base. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I think he misdropped his queen, because the queen always got lured like to the left, to the cannon. And so this, even if the wall break would have happened, the queen would have never ever went inside. So this was another nice defense for us. So let's see what Lex is doing, since he's going to be our last attacker of the war. And he's going against Pommel again. So let's see. He would double layer, or he would try to double layer into the town hall is my guess. Yeah, right. He would try to double layer over there. And king to funnel the queen actually. Make sure that she's going to the right direction. Using the king ability early to make sure that the queen is having a nice path into the town hall. 1 more test loon, and now the next set of wall breakers. But the town is already activated, so this means the wall breakers will never make it. So he has to time the next set of wall breakers to make sure that he's opening up the town hall when the town hall is going down, like the town compartment. But the queen is actually going now to the right side, since she can reach the air defense from the outside. But now she's going for the ice golems, and this is the perfect reaction of Lex to make sure that this archer tower is going down, to have a chance of his queen getting pushed back inside to go for the enemy defenses. So she should go for the enemy king, since that's like the closest target. She should go over there, and what I didn't knew that the queen would actually be a melee troop in the game. That I guess I missed that somewhere, but Lex being super unlucky on this one, his queen is going into the melee range and trying to force everything out of the enemy base, and the scatter shot being on his queen is not making it easier any day in this attack. And now the royal champion is actually not going to the enemy queen. There's so many traps over there, like the scatter, like the tornado trap, skeleton traps over there as well, going into the healers, which means like this, the royal champion has to get through them first to make sure that the enemy queen is going down. And there's still like the enemy royal champion, so many skeleton traps around there, and this means this attack I don't know, I think it could have went through if the queen would have not been kind of strange and go into the melee mode. But either way, it was a nice try by Lex, and this means there's one more attack to go for this war. Let's see if Sniper Victory can get there. That 1-3 on the board, and then obviously we'll check out the end result of this war. So, nice try to Lex. It was super unfortunate with his queen pathing, but really good effort, especially like with the Hog Riders forcing his queen back inside into the base. But sometimes it's just not working. Everyone has those days. So let's take a look at the next attack. And Archili? I could always pronounce those names in German, but I don't know how to pronounce them in English. Either way, let's get back to the attack, since that I can pronounce those, at least a little bit in English. So he's doing the funnel with the boulders, trying to bounce the cannon, and the last boulder bounce is actually getting rid of the cannon. So nicely done over there, kind of creative, getting rid of more like DPS of the warden and making sure that the warden is funneled. And this goal of this of the warden charge actually is to get rid of the town hall and then trying to get into the base with this Yeti smash. So far the attack is looking really great. He has a blim for the backend, like I guess a Yeti blim for one of the backend things. Either the top right Inferno Tower or the left scatter shot would be my guess. Now the rage spell, nice and early to make sure that his Royal Champion is actually getting rid of the town hall. So far it's looking perfectly. Should start with the king soon, since like the town hall is already nearly half down. So king is there, nicely done. The next step is going to be place the super wall breaker to actually get access into the base, and then the rest should be the follow-up as the Yetis and the boulders are getting placed into the base. Boulders in behind, queen in behind, and there we go. First jump spell in a second, and the rage is there. First jump spell is there as well, nicely done. The next rage should be there as well really soon to just make sure that the push is strong and nice. Come on, next rage. Come on. Next rage. Okay, now the rage is there. I think the rage was way too late because now there's way too much damage. I think so many boulders already died. They have not got the chance to bounce. So this is not looking too good, to be honest. I think if I would have seen the opener, I would have said this is going to be a triple. Like the plan was perfect in my opinion. But I think like the second rage, it was so late. And now all of the traps, like with the tornado trap and everything, it's so hard to get through the backend in this one. And then the Tesla bomb at the top. So really nice base by Ifcheck, and nicely, I wouldn't have said baited, but I would have thought that this could be working actually. So nice base by Ifcheck, nicely done over there. And this is gonna be the last defense for us. And this means this war will finish up on a 13-10 star count. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys saw some nice attacks. And well, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That's the end result one more time. And I will see you guys hopefully back tomorrow for another video. And until then, see you guys. Bye bye.